Bowser has kidnapped Peach again, so it's up to Mario to do what he does best. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're providing you with the top 10 things you need to know about Super Mario Odyssey. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be providing you with our review of Nintendo's, former plumber's latest adventure. These impressions are based off a copy of the game provided by Nintendo for the sake of this review. Number 10, there are a lot of Power Moons to collect. Power Moons are Super Mario Odyssey's equivalent of stars from previous 3D Mario titles, so as you can probably guess, you'll need to collect a certain number of them in order to advance to the next kingdom. Of course, that shouldn't be too hard, as every single world is crawling with them. Some can be as easy to find as plain sight secrets, similar to the Korok seeds in Breath of the Wild, while others require Mario to traverse various obstacle courses to reach one or two. The number of moons varies in each of the 16 kingdoms, and they can house anywhere from around 20 to 80 moons. So if you're planning on going for 100% completion, good luck. Number 9, the kingdoms are split into multiple acts.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the New York City Festival.
While the game does encourage exploration, some Power Moons are more significant than others. NPCs and the way the level is structured will often convince the player to head to certain locations, sometimes to fight a boss or to collect 3 moons in a multi-moon. Completing these tasks will often change the theme of the whole kingdom. For example, when you first arrive in the New York-inspired New Donk City, it's being overrun with tanks and a mechanical centipede. Defeating them will clear the city, allowing for Mario to find members of a band to start a festival, which, as you've guessed, changes the theme again to a festive celebration. Number 8, take control of Bowser's minions. Obviously, Mario's standout ability in Odyssey is his new ally, Cappy, who takes the form of Mario's hat. By throwing Cappy at some enemies, Mario can take control of them to make use of their unique abilities. For example, Goombas have rugged feet that prevent them from slipping on ice, Cheep Cheeps allow Mario to swim easier, capturing a tank turns the game into a third-person shooter, and Woodpeckers can stick their beaks into wooden walls to fling themselves alongside buildings. The variety on offer here is fantastic, with new enemies being introduced well into the final world of the game, keeping the pacing fresh all the way through. Number 7, you can change Mario's outfit. When people think Mario, his red hat and blue overalls immediately come to mind. In addition to his iconic outfit, Super Mario Odyssey grants him the access to a wide wardrobe of hats and suits, many of which pay homage to previous Nintendo games. There's the Explorer hat from Mario's Picross, the sombrero from the Game Boy port of Kix, the chef's hat from Yoshi's Cookie, and the golf hat from NES Open Tournament Golf. Costumes play a fundamental role in completing certain tasks throughout the game, and there's some bonus outfits you can even unlock with certain amiibo figures. Number 6, it features 2D Super Mario Bros. Stages. In an amazing throwback to Mario's original adventure on the NES, traveling through pixelated pipes in the game will transport Mario into 8-bit stages that use the assets from the original Super Mario Bros. Not only is Mario's movement and physics faithfully recreated in these areas, but the stage's music also gets its own 8-bit remix. Furthermore, most special outfits that Mario can wear can be seen in 8-bit format as well, showing off the game's nice attention to detail. Number 5, there are no extra lives. In a lot lot of Mario games, extra lives are so easy to come by that they practically grow on trees. Perhaps that's fitting since mushrooms can literally grow on trees, but we digress. Super Mario Odyssey cuts the game over screen out of the equation entirely, instead giving the player unlimited lives and multiple checkpoints they can fast travel between. That's not to say the game is a total cakewalk. Mario loses 10 coins whenever he dies, which really isn't a big deal since how abundant gold coins are. However, there are some rather challenging sections that will test even the most skilled 3D platformer fans. Number 4, the game recommends playing with the JoyCons detached. While you can play through the entire game with the JoyCons attached or with the Pro Controller, the game strongly encourages playing with the JoyCons detached. The reason for this is because of some of Cappy's more advanced moves, such as the spin attack or vertical slice, which can only be performed with certain gestures. While they aren't required to complete the game, performing them in handheld mode can be rather awkward since you're essentially shaking the whole unit. Number 3, it has a co-op mode. If you and your buddies have raced through every track in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and blasted through every stage in Splatoon 2, you're probably looking for another multiplayer game on the Switch. Luckily, Super Mario Odyssey comes complete with a co-op mode akin to Super Mario Galaxy. Naturally, one player will step into Mario's shoes, while the other assumes control of Cappy. Once the sentient hat takes flight, it can perform attacks, collect items, and adjust the camera. While it's nowhere near as in-depth as the earlier mentioned titles, it does offer anyone else watching the game the chance to get more involved. Number 2, not everything is up to scratch. As fun and creative as Mario Odyssey is, there are a few issues with it. The boss fights are particularly underwhelming as they have very predictable patterns and can only take 3 hits to beat. Furthermore, some bosses make repeat appearances, with only slightly updated attacks. This has been the traditional format with Mario games in the past, but it's an aspect that's long overdue for an overhaul. Also, while the camera certainly works well about 98% of the time, you can get caught in a rare instance where it swings into an angle that's not ideal. Number 1, should you buy Super Mario Odyssey? The short answer is yes, absolutely. While the main game will only take you about 8 to 10 hours to complete, the vast amount of post-game content and hidden unlockable extras will keep you coming back for weeks if not months. In fact, one could even argue that the real game starts after you defeat Bowser, considering how many moons there are left over. Admittedly, it doesn't quite reach the standards of Breath of the Wild, though to be fair that game did set the bar pretty damn high, but there's enough here to please both the casual and hardcore fans alike.
Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.